Hello, my name is Martin and welcome back to another video. So today it's a beautiful day, I'm on the Cheshire quest. Anyway, imagine this, a scientist at Manchester University called Bernard Lovell. He's studying meteorites and comets in the centre of town at the university. But unfortunately he's getting too much interference from the electricity that powered the trams. I'm not talking Metrolink, I'm talking old school trams. So he moves out of Manchester to do his studies outside of the city where there's no interference. In fact, he moves to Cheshire. In fact, he moves to now what we call Jodrell Bank. So if you've never been here before, this thing is truly vast. We'll walk over and take a closer look at it. But at the minute it's parked facing directly upwards, so it'd be interesting to know what it's looking at the moment out there in the cosmos. So it's called the Lovell Telescope and it's the third largest steerable telescope in the world. The other biggest ones are in West Virginia in America and in Germany. So Lewis and I shall now demonstrate how a dish works. So you know the dish, your satellite dish sits like that. You see my hand, and the signals come into it and it concentrates them at the centre. Well, we shall now demonstrate through the means of science how that works. Lewis, are you ready? So I'm going to stand in front of this dish here. If you've been here, you'll know what this is all about. I'm going to stand in front of the dish there, and Lewis is way over there, as you can see. And he's going to whisper into his dish. And because the dishes are directly opposite each other and they concentrate the sound, I should hopefully be able to hear him. Ready? I've got to stand here and listen into this bit here. Hello, can you hear me?
That's mental. You're about 50 feet away?
And yeah, probably something like that. So remember, Lewis is over there at the dish. So there you go, a bit of a science demonstration there of how that big dish there can capture Lewis's voice from over there and concentrate in the middle so you can hear it. So Bernard Lovell was one of the founding physicists here at Jodrell Bank. And during the Second World War, he was studying radar. But after the Second World War, he took up his place at Manchester University and started to study cosmic rays. And as we know, that study eventually brought him out here to the Cheshire Plain, and they developed the radio telescope here at Jodrell Bank. Now, Jodrell Bank is very much still a working telescope, and it's still, the scientists that use it are still studying things from out in deep space like quasars and pulsars. Very interesting story about pulsars. The sound from a pulsar is so regular. You heard one at the beginning of this video, it sounds like this. That sound was so regular that they didn't know quite what it was before they knew it was a pulsar. And so I think they found one in one part of the universe, and then they found another signal like that in another part of the universe. And they called the signals LGM1 and LGM2. Why did they call them LGM? Well, they were so convinced it was from extraterrestrial life. LGM stood for Little Green Man. Okay, so here's some interesting facts for you, and yes, I am reading them. The bowl itself weighs 1,500 tonnes. The diameter of the bowl is 76.2 metres. To give it 3 coats of paint, which it regularly needs, takes 5,300 litres of paint. The maximum height above the ground is 89 metres, and the railway that it's on, you know, the little track that surrounds it, the diameter of that is 107.5 metres. And another interesting little fact for you, if you were stood on the surface of Mars, this thing could pick up your mobile phone. Now you see at the minute how the dish is parked upright like that. Well, it's a beautiful day today, but when it's really times of really bad weather, they have to park it in that upright position like that, because the dish apparently puts up so much wind resistance it will literally just blow away. The mechanism that drives the dish round, that actually spins the dish, is a recycled gun turret from HMS Royal Sovereign on one side and HMS Revenge on the other side. So there's actually battleship gun turrets in there that drive the dish and spin it round. Good bit of recycling that, I think. So part of Jodrell Bank's illustrious career was to track the Sputnik 1 satellite, which was launched by the Russians on the 4th of October in 1957. Indeed, the Russians asked the scientists at Jodrell Bank if they would help in tracking the satellite around its early orbits around the Earth. Also, Jodrell Bank was involved in something called SETI, S-E-T-I, which was the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. And it was basically listening out into space, into deep space, to see if we could hear anything from ET or to find intelligent life out in the cosmos.